So today, let's talk about reinforcement theory. Skinner was an American psychologist known for his impact on behaviorists. In a 2002 survey of psychologists, he was identified as the most influential psychologist of the 20th century. Reinforcement theory says that behavior is driven by its consequences, such as positive behaviors should be rewarded positively. Negative behavior should not be rewarded or should be punished. Individuals' behaviors can be altered by reward, punishment, and extinction. Behaviors are influenced by their consequences. Reinforcement means you are increasing a behaviors, and punishment means you are decreasing a behavior. Reinforcement can be positive or negative, and punishment can also be positive or negative. According to Skinner, a person's internal needs and drives are not important areas of concern because they current. Behaviors follow the laws of effects and are based on the consequences of the former's behaviors. This means that behaviors can be altered or manipulated over time. Skinner proposed two types, positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is a key idea in the reinforcement theory of motivation is that positive reinforcement would reward, reinforce desired behaviors. For example, providing an employee with extra day off for good performance in their job. Negative reinforcement involves the removal of aversive stimuli to reinforce the target behaviors. For example, a manager can stop assigning reduced tasks to an employee when the employee starts meeting deadlines.
Practicing new morning routine, and you find that it is written.
Skinner theory describes the effects of the consequences of a particular behaviors and the future occurrence of what behaviors. Skinner theory of operant conditioning proposes that the consequences of a particular behaviors can have a significant influence on the likelihood of the behaviors occurring again in the future. According to Skinner, if a behavior receives a positive consequences, such as reward, it is more likely to be repeated. Conversely, if a behavior receives a negative consequences, such as punishment, it is less likely to be repeated. This theory can be applied in the pedagogical context, as teachers can use rewards and punishment to shape students' behavior. For example, if a student completes their homework on time, they might receive a rewards, such as praise or extra credit. On the other hand, if a student misbehaves in class, they might receive a punishment, such as detention or loss of privilege. Overall, Skinner theory emphasized the importance of the consequences in the shaping behaviors, both individuals and in a large social context.
Hi everyone, it's Yanis here, and in this video we will explore what is reinforcement theory. People are driven by certain outcomes, and this strategy can be used to motivate people to take certain actions and restrict. Hi everyone, it's Yanis here, and in this video we will explore what is reinforcement theory. People are driven by certain outcomes, and this strategy can be used to motivate people to take certain actions and restrict them from taking others. If this is your first time on the channel, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates on my latest videos about time management and productivity. Reinforcement theory states that individual behaviors with positive consequences tend to be repeated, but individuals' behavior with negative consequences tend to be avoided. For example, if you go for a run and then you feel better after it, then you're likely to develop it as a habit. If you start practicing new morning routine and you find that it is really easy for you to wake up and you're also more productive afterwards, then you're likely to do it every day. On the other hand, if the action that you took produced a negative outcome, then you're likely to avoid it in the future. Let's say you wrote a blog post about something that you haven't been writing before and you got some negative comments from your audience, then you are likely to avoid writing about it in the future. Based on reinforcement theory of motivation, we can design an environment that supports or restricts certain actions. Let's say that you're building a team and developing your business infrastructure. You can use this theory to reinforce positive behavior. For example, if one of your team members is performing very well, then you should recognize his or her efforts and praise them. If, however, certain team members are trying to cut the corners, then this kind of behavior should be punished so that people don't do it again. To observe this principle in your life, you can do daily reflection, because you have to be
theory suggests that employees will only put effort into tasks that they believe the task is achievable. This means that employees must have a realistic belief that they can successfully complete the task to be motivated to put forth the necessary effort. For example, if an employee is given a task that they believe is too difficult, they may not be motivated to put into effort to complete the task. On the other hand, if they believe they can complete the task, they will be more likely to put in the effort needed. Thus, Bloom's expectancy theory suggests that employees must believe that the task is achievable in order for them to be motivated to put the effort needed. Bloom's expectancy theory suggests that an employee's motivation is determined by three factors: expectations, instrumentality, and balance beliefs. Expectation is the belief that effort will lead to performance. Instrumentally is the belief that performance will lead to rewards. And balance beliefs are the subjective value of those rewards. These three factors interact to form a motivating force that drives employees to act in ways that maximize pleasure and minimize discomfort. For instance, an employee with positive expectations, instrumentality, and balanced belief will be motivated to put in the effort required to achieve their goals because they believe that their effort will be rewarded in a way that is valuable to them. On the other hand, an employee with negative expectations, instrumentality, and balanced belief will be less likely to put in the effort required to achieve their goals because they do not believe that their efforts will be rewarded in a way that is of value to them. recognized and rewarded, they are likely to be motivated and put in more effort to achieve the desired outcome. Rewards can come in the form of recognition, praise, promotions, or other forms of appreciation, such as rewards will encourage individuals to put extra effort as they are confident that their extra performance is being acknowledged and
Hi, you are watching Bloom's Expectancy Theory. Bloom's Expectancy Theory seeks to explain what motivates people to choose one option over another. Bloom's theory is based on three factors. 1. Expectancy. The level of an employee is willing to exert in hopes that the increased effort will result in better performance. 2. Instrumentality. The belief that as you perform well, that a valued outcome will be received. 3. Valence. The importance that the individual places upon the expected outcome. Bloom concludes that the force of motivation in an employee can be calculated using a formula. Motivation equals to valence times instrumentality times expectancy. Let's make it understand the two situations.
I think Arvita has the ability to take on next project. She is doing a good job.
Akita, you did very well in your last one.
Bloom's theory suggests that individual performance is determined by a combination of personality factors such as personality, skills, knowledge, experience, and abilities. Each of these factors affects the individual's performance in different ways. For example, an individual's personality may have an impact on their motivation and performance skills, knowledge, experience, and this will determine their ability
Goal setting theory, according to Lam, goal setting theory showed that individuals who set specific goals, difficult goals, perform better than those who set general or easy goals. According to Lam, the more difficult the situation is, the greater the effort or the people will effort to achieve it. Why is Lam goal setting important? So, according to him, working toward a goal is a great source of motivation, leads to a better performance. And according to him, the more difficult and specific a goal, the harder people will work to achieve it.
Skills of the need to do something. Allow the balance to make us expert what to do and
If you want to succeed succeed, you need to set goals. Without them, you lack focus and direction. They also provide you with a benchmark to determine whether or not you are actually succeeding at them. We all struggle sometimes to achieve our plans, and it's not that we lack the effort, but our goals are not structured and efficient. To accomplish your objective, you need to know how to set it up properly. You can
you can make use of Luke's goal-setting theory in the classroom to encourage students improve their performance in school. According to this theory, task performance and goal settings are fundamentally related to one another. So there are 5 guiding principles serve as the foundations of Luke goal setting theory, which are clarity, challenge, commitment, feedback, and task complexity. So the individual must be able to set goals based on these principles. For the first one is the charity. In the classroom situation, it ensures that the learners have clarity about the goals that they set. So this would help them set their goals in an achievable way. Challenge. In the classroom, it can help the learners with their goals and make them understand the importance of setting goals that are attainable if the challenges are difficult to achieve. So they might be lose interest in achieving the goals, and also they might be not interested going to school. It might reduce confidence in themselves. The third one is the commitment. So in the classroom, the learners, once an individual sets his or her goals, he or she should be committed to completing them. So they have to put the time and effort and achieve their goals. Their level of devotion of their task is largely influenced by how constantly they put in the effort. Feedback. In the classroom, this feedback, the learners will help them realize their strengths and weaknesses and work towards perfecting their efforts. And the last one, the 5, is the task complexity. So as mentioned before, the goals should not be too complex to achieve them. So they should be challenging yet achievable. As a teacher, you can help the learners to set goals. You have framed the goals by determining their competency. help the students set SMART goals to help achieve their SMART goals. So, SMART. So, goals are S for specific, M for measurable, A for attainable, R for relevant, and T for time bound. So, the goal should be specific enough to help you measure your progress against it. So, the goal must have to some way for you to know if it's been achieved or not. So we can also learn more about the learners as a teacher to set SMART goals for them. When you know that learner is that really well, you will be able to help them figure out goals that are perfect for them. The overall look goal setting theory in classroom, the teacher play a key role in the success of the learners. So you can help your learners to improve their performance and set goals that are attainable. Moreover, you can be their source of motivation and encouragement to achieve greater things in school and life.
Focuses primarily on internal sources of motivation, much as need to gain, knowledge, or independence. While people are often motivated to act by internal reward, much as money, prizes, and acclaim, known as extrinsic motivation. Self-determination refers to the person's ability to make choices and manage their own life. Being life-determined means that you feel in greater control, as opposed to being non-self-determined, which can leave you feeling that your life is controlled by others. Self-determination theory seeks to explain how being self-determined in fact motivation that people feel more motivated to take action when they think that what they do will have an effect on outcome. We need to learn more about how this theory works as well as what we can do to improve our self-determination skills. Intrinsic motivation. Self-determination theory focuses primarily on internal sources of motivation, much as a need, gain, knowledge, or independence. While people are often motivated to act by internal rewards, much as money, prizes, and acclaim, known as intrinsic motivation.
Self-determination theory by Deci and Ryan. So the self-determination versions of intrinsic motivation. However, it emphasizes a person's perceptions of freedoms rather than the presence or absence of will constraints in action. So, self-determination means a person feels free even if the person is also operating within certain external constraints. Classroom situation achieves a feeling of self-determination. However, the learner's basic needs must be met. So, need for autonomy, competence, and relatedness. So, in motivating learners, then the bottom line is that as a teacher, have an interest in helping learners meet their basic needs. So, the application is that a learners can experience self-determination even if the learners must, for example, live within externally imposed rules of appropriate classroom behavior. So, however, the key idea of self-determination theory is that when people such as you or one of the learners feel that these basic needs are reasonable, well met, they tend to perceive their actions and choices to be intrinsically motivated or self-determined. If one or more basic needs are not met well, however, the teacher will tend to feel coerced by intrinsic pressure or external incentives. So they may become preoccupied, in fact, with satisfying whether needs has not been met and thus exclude or avoids activities that might otherwise be interesting, educational, or important. Pure self-determination may be the ideal for most teachers and learners, of course, but the reality is usually different. For a variety of reasons, teacher is most classroom cannot be expected to meet all students' basic needs at all times. By assuming that motivation is often a mix of the intrinsic and extrinsic, the job of the teacher becomes more realistic, So the job is not to expect purely intrinsic motivation from learners, all the time, but simply to arrange and encourage motivations that are as intrinsic as possible. To do this, the teacher needs to support the learner's basic needs for autonomy, competence, and relatedness.